Jazz.
Hi, I'm Mads.
Hi, I'm Laura.
What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing.
I don't like it.
Is
I'm
crazy.
Hey. Welcome to
This
the
is so
first
crazy.
episode of the Girls at the Ring podcast.
Hello.
This is
Oh my gosh, we're doing a podcast.
insane, girls. Like, insane. Who do we think we are?
I can't believe we're actually doing it. We're filming a podcast. We haven't stopped saying this for how long?
A good couple of months, because someone took a while to order their equipment.
That was me, by the way. I think I was just too nervous. I'm really nervous. Are any of you too nervous?
I was in the beginning, but now we've started. I'm sound, girls.
Relaxed.
I'm sound.
I feel like it will just be like our general FaceTime calls. Like, we're literally just chatting about hockey, which is all we talk about anyway. So,
exactly.
Just a bit more of a filtered version, maybe.
Yeah, we definitely have to be careful what we're saying.
Do we have to be like censored? Are we allowed to say naughty words? Because I don't know if I can go a sentence without swearing.
We could always edit it out anyway, if need be.
Yeah.
We're grand.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm excited. I can't stop grinning even though I'm so nervous. It's like a nervous smile.
Little nervous giggle. It's crazy. So this is basically just going to be all about us. Hey, why we started Girls at the Rink. Some of you guys sent in questions. So we'll answer them. And general chit chat.
I've got a big cup of Paned.
I was going to say, grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, a drink, some snacks, and come along on this journey of the first episode.
Oh my god!
I got myself a Ribena.
Flat Diet Coke from McDonald's that tastes absolutely vile.
I've got a cup of tea, but I'm actually really nervous that you're going to hear every single gulp.
I did not realise that, and I'm like,
ASMR.
Yeah, I might just leave that over there.
Hey. The first one is a pretty simple one, and it is from Liam, and it's how did you all meet? Who's taking it away?
Who's gonna start? I feel like one of you two because you met instantly.
So we basically met since birth. So me and Jazzy are sisters, and then Jasmine, I'll let you take it away because
me and Laura were both little fangirls back in our day.
Love who?
The Wanted, TW 2.0. We also went to school together, but a year apart. So yeah,
She's
we
older.
became all right. So we became friends through our mutual liking of The Wanted. And then we also started working in the same nursery, and I've not been able to get rid of her since.
Definitely the other way around, but okay.
Rude.
So rude.
And then obviously you two met.
we met through year when inseparable.
True
Now
that.
I can't get rid of Maddie, so that's an issue, but
It's the ginger
just get on with
genes.
it.
You can't get rid of me. We're basically
I'm strawberry blonde.
Moroccan sunset.
Here we go.
Moroccan sunset in the winter, strawberry blonde in the summer. I'll have that
I'm
debate
just
all the time.
orange.
You're just orange.
Just orange.
So that's how we met. Did we ask these on Instagram?
Yeah.
Over on Insta, so keep updated in case we ask any more. Charlotte asked, what made you girls want to start your socials? I love your content, by the way. Which
Thanks,
is super
girl.
sweet.
Thank you.
What made you want to start socials? Whose idea was this? Whose bright idea was it?
Maddie's.
I
Go on, girl. Take it away.
So it was just one night. I think we'd all gone to a game, hadn't we, by that time? Had we just been to a D-side game?
Yep, just been to a Dragons.
I think
first Dragons
yeah.
game.
I think after Dragons weekend. So we'd all went to the game, and then during the week I was sat there and I was like, it would be so good because there's no platform, no. Hold on a minute, we're going to rewind that one and start that again. Your autistic self, that's what it is. There's nothing out there for anything to do with ice hockey for females to just come together and chit chat and find friends. So I thought, why not bring it up to the girls and see if they are down, knowing that Jasmine absolutely loves social media and Laura is just ace at editing anything. I thought, why not bring all of our ideas together and brains together and start Girls at the Rink? And they all said yes, and here we are, a couple of months down the line, starting a podcast. What the bloody hell is going on?
What a great idea from you, by the way.
10-10.
You're welcome.
This is still crazy. This is crazy.
Like, not even just starting our own podcast. Like, we've got our own merch.
Which, by the way, if you don't know about, they will be linked.
Absolutely.
They're really, really cute. They're pink. We collabed with Hercules Ice Hockey Apparel. Big shout out. Whoop, whoop. And they are just the cutest jerseys you've ever seen.
They're insane. And we have hoodies and t-shirts.
We'll all, or one of us or all of us, will have to sport our jerseys in the next podcast.
Absolutely.
100%.
We'll show them off.
We'll show them off.
They'll be so pretty.
Okay, next question is from our good friend Ruma. And she has asked, have you watched any ice hockey films since starting Girls at the Rink?
I can't say I have, I'm not going to lie. Not since starting Girls at the Rink, anyway. I think I've definitely watched them in the past, like when we were younger. I feel like me and my brothers watched a few, but not since starting.
Yeah, I think I watched like some of like the old like cringe teenage hockey films when I was younger. But I think we're all more like book girlies, aren't we? So we've read ice hockey
Definitely
books,
book girlies,
but not watched any films.
Saying that, I did start watching that Zero Chill. I watched it ages ago, but I've only watched like a couple episodes of that. And
I'm going to give that a whirl maybe. What's it on?
Netflix.
Sound.
To be fair, it's all right.
Is it?
But when I watched it, we hadn't started Girls at the Rink and I wasn't into hockey at the time. So maybe might have to do a bit of revisiting and go back and watch it from the beginning.
Give it another whirl now that you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Do we know what's going on? I don't know 100% what's going on.
Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
I remember being at, oh gosh, where were we? I think we were either in Deeside or Manchester, and Jazz turned to me once and she was like, do you remember what that means? And I was like, no. It was like a signal, or it was, I don't know, I can't remember what it was.
Wasn't it? It was when the goalie was tapping his stick on the ice, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm sure it was that.
I was like, no.
Do you know what it means now?
No, I still can't remember.
Information doesn't gather well in my head, so.
Love that. Someone asked me the rules of ice hockey. Wouldn't be able to tell you. Massive fan.
No, same. Yeah, and I think sometimes maybe people will look at our account and think we know what's going on. We don't. But that's why we're here. We're here to help and help ourselves because we don't know what's going on. We love when people let us know what's going on as well.
Oh, I absolutely love it. They're like, oh, this is this. And I'm like, what would I do without you? What would I do?
Did you know this happened and this is what it means? And I'm like, thank you so much, because no, I didn't.
No idea. Yeah, we're here to learn.
I don't know what's going on.
Sometimes through a game, I will be sat there and I'll be like, right, that's just happened. Hold on, Girls at the Rink. Having a look. Seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, I do know, guys.
Love that.
I feel like this is a bit of an opportunity to say that we only started getting into ice hockey, what were we in? May, 5 months ago?
That was insane.
Was it? Did you go to your first game in January? No?
I went to mine in
Jan.
My first game was September.
Oh, September. Oh wow!
We've been to a
And
whole
then
season
you were
of
Jan.
Caps.
Huh?
You've had a whole
I
season.
had a whole season with the Edinburgh Capitals.
Yeah. Crazy
Oh my
times.
God.
I didn't realise that. I thought it was like November.
No, first game was like
November. That's still like
Yeah, I thought it was the end of the year.
no, like end of September, I think it was. Yeah, crazy, crazy times.
Maddie, when was yours?
Mine. Hold on. Mine was. Oh no, mine was the 31st of December, New Year's Eve.
It was New Year's Eve in Edinburgh, right?
Edinburgh, I went to watch the Edinburgh Cats. That was my very first game.
Mine was February.
I think it was end of January, Jan 25th.
Wow.
I don't know whether that.
How did you remember?
I don't know why
Yeah,
that's
the
ringing.
fact you remember the date.
Carry on with the next question, and I'm going to find out if it was that.
So we're newbies. We are completely new to this. This is our first season. We cannot wait for the second season.
And it'll fly by, like it'll
I
be
need to stop
here
doing
in
that.
no time.
It's really cringe. I'm giving myself the ick.
Our next question is from Aoife. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. If you were to support a junior girls team, who would you support?
D-side.
Yeah, I'd say D-side. I
That's
think
not
we're
being
Are we biased?
yeah, it's a little bit biased, isn't it?
No, I think at the minute that's the only sort of team that we know of that has a junior team.
It's yeah, it's
if we did more research, which I feel like we do need to do as Girls at the Rink, and do more of a expanded search, then we'd have.
Maddie's just had a notification to her phone and it's made us all giggle because we all know who it's going to be. I'm going to out you.
100%.
You know what? Keep that in there.
No one else
I will.
knows. No one else
I'm allowing
knows.
you to keep it in there.
I'm going to keep it in.
Anyway, if we did expanded research on everyone else who's all more junior teams, then I feel like we'd know more
Mhm.
and be able to answer that properly. So maybe keep that question and in a later episodes, ask it again.
We can ask it again.
We spoke to a couple of girls as well from the junior team and they're so sweet.
Oh, lovely.
They are so sweet.
Really nice girls.
Next question is from Shauna. What has been your favourite game of the season? That is a good question. I think mine was probably our first game together.
Oh, really?
I think so.
yeah.
Can you remember who we were playing?
Hull? No, it wasn't Hull.
Yeah.
Was it Hull?
Yeah.
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 I'm really proud of that because I usually have shocking memory. But yeah, I'd probably say our first game together purely because I think that's when I'd fallen in love with hockey before that, but it was nice to share it with like you two as well and see you two fall in love with the game.
I'm so glad I went to that game.
A lot of memories from that game.
I think mine would be the quarterfinal. Is it the quarterfinal? 4 semi-finals. It's quarterfinals, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
quarterfinals. Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. The quarterfinals of playoffs where D-side played Hull
same.
Jets.
Yeah, I'll back you up.
I was on the edge of my seat. I was sat there. I don't think I've ever like hyperventilated that much in my life. I was sat there. I was like, composure. I need to keep calm. But no, it was a thrilling game. It really.
I literally felt a bit sick, like nervous sick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
It was really, really good.
you were texting me updates for like the whole game, like
Yeah, because we
oh my god, it feels
FaceTimed
like,
you.
yeah, you FaceTime me as well.
Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. It was very dramatic, but it was really good. I'm going to back you up, Maddie. But if I was to say another one, I would say Manchester Storm versus Belfast Giants because in like the rink in D-side is very small. The rink in Manchester was a lot bigger and it was much busier. as much as obviously the atmosphere is great in Deeside because it's local, it's quite close, like it's quite tight knit, isn't it? Everyone seems to know everyone. The support's brilliant, but
Family.
it is. But in Manchester, it was nice to get a bit of a different vibe. It was really, really busy. We watched it from. We didn't sit down. We watched it from one of the goals, which was good because usually we'll sit down and watch it from above, but in Manchester we watched it from the glass, and that was interesting too. So if I didn't agree with Maddie, then I'd say Storm versus Giants. And we went in thinking Giants were going to thrash them, and Storm won, which was surprising.
You're wrong.
So Manchester was buzzing as well because Storm had won, obviously.
Big up Storm. That was a really good game, and we met so many nice people as well.
That was such a nice evening. We made so many new friends.
We did. It's nice to chat with them and just get their insights to the game.
Yeah, because we didn't know much about Storm, did we?
No.
Very good game. Girls, we have one last question. This is from Lucy. It's an interesting one. Would you consider dating someone who plays hockey?
No.
Really?
In all generalness, is that even a word? It's a Maddie word.
You can make it a word.
It's a Maddie word. Generalness. Starting Girls at the Ring, it was never an intention to come in and be like, you know, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to date this person. You know, it wasn't like that. It was generally because we love the sport. If it happens, then it happens. Do you know what I mean? It's not something you intentionally go in and be like, yeah, I want you. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing like that. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. You know? Do you know what I mean?
Is what it is.
That's
At the
my
end of the day, they're just normal people as well.
I would say the same. Obviously, we haven't come in on the hunt for a husband, an ice hockey player husband. That's not what we've started this for. But if anybody was to meet anybody and something happens. But
you can't control who you have.
You
great chat
can't
with.
control. No, exactly. Obviously, they're very busy boys. I don't know. You'd have to see, wouldn't you?
Exactly. I wouldn't, but that's because I'm taken. Obviously.
Why wouldn't you?
That's why.
She's got a ring on her finger. Jasmine's a fiance.
Woo!
That is the last of the questions, girls. This still feels a little bit crazy.
That was a good way to introduce ourselves. I like it.
Oh, we've only got 4 minutes remaining as well. So
we have. I wasn't sure if anyone had noticed that. I got a big notification on the screen and I was like, oh my God. I was like, shall I text them? Have they got their phones?
Perfect timing. Any last words?
We are so excited.
This still doesn't feel real.
We've got some
I feel like I've stuttered loads in this.
We've got some really good episodes coming up as well. Loads of guests planned.
Very special.
Very, very special. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for future episodes. They'll be released every Saturday at 5:00.
5 p.m.
on Spotify and YouTube.
So look out for them. Put your notifications on.
We'll be posting a lot about them as well anyway. So you'll see them all over our socials, I'm sure.
I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to keep ourselves busy with this during off season.
Hopefully off season will
I'm really feeling it.
Having withdrawals.
Honestly, I'm in some sort of deep depression over off season, honestly. Like I
just want to be at the rink.
Any rink, just let me in a rink. Not on ice. I just want to be sat watching ice hockey.
Doesn't matter who it is.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Just get me to a game.
I'm excited.
It was so nice to be at the rink on Saturday watching Cobras.
Yeah, we can
versus-
maybe watch some more of the recreational hockey. That would be good.
Mhm.
Yeah, and a couple. We've had a few messages of games that are still being played during the off season.
Mhm.
Is women's ice, because I think quite a few people think that we're solely promoting women's ice hockey, but that's not just why we're doing it. But we are aware that women's ice hockey is still happening during off season. Am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah.
Some teams, yeah.
So we'll have to maybe arrange that so we can get some content and gain some knowledge on women's ice hockey.
That would be really good.
None of us have sworn.
That deserves a massive round of applause for us, I think.
None of us have said any naughty words. This is not like Girls at the Rink.
I'm really impressed.
We'll loosen up during the next episodes, and maybe I might find my words better. Yeah, content warning. We all have our own dictionary, so if we say and stutter and say things that maybe aren't actual words, you're welcome.
Right, less than 1 minute, girls. I think we need to wrap this up.
All right, well, basically, thank you so much for joining us
you for
on
listening.
episode 1 of the Girls That Ring podcast.
One of many.
We'll see
One
you
of
again next week.
The start of a legacy.
Exciting. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.